What's going on, guys? I appreciate those of you that were waiting for this stream to start. And for those of you stopping by watching the replay, make sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. So when we do these live chats, you can take part with us. That'd be great, wouldn't it? So back in town, not for long, literally day after tomorrow, heading back to Louisiana. If my dog wasn't, I guess needy would be the good word because of her issues with her diabetes and constant urination and, her liver issues that she has now, her liver enzymes, right? Like, we're getting to the tail end for my poor baby, unfortunately. I just have a feeling she's not going to make it to next Christmas. So we got to give her a lot more attention. She very, very much handicaps us when we travel. So what reason I'm telling you this, my mom was like, well, why travel back and forth twice? Y'all just stay for the whole week. It's a lot on Farrah. So I went to NPC, Southern Muscle, went to the show, all that good stuff. Came back yesterday. And then Wednesday, I'm driving back to Louisiana, driving back Saturday to here. So only 2 live streams this week, today and tomorrow. So I figured we'd do a topic today and just chop it up on a chat tomorrow. So I got a lot of content. I'm doing some Black Friday videos for Black Friday to get done. Plus my usual daily content, shorts, videos, all these different things. Just busy couple of days would be the best way I could put it. So excited to get back to talking to you guys in a live chat, though. It's been a few days. For those of you just coming in, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. It helps with the algorithms and all that good stuff. So, scent of the day, what are we wearing? I'm wearing scented water from Uche Allure. Basically a spicier, fruitier Sauvage / Jasada ambassador. Very spicy, very musky. The opening's full of citrus and tropical fruits, and I don't need to smell it out of the atomizer. Just go off the arm. Projecting pretty well. Performance is pretty good. It's still fresh while having a lot of spice. Like, this is much spicier than a Sauvage and a Jasada ambassador. I have to say that when it transitions away from that top note, it becomes very spicy and musky with Ambroxan is basically what you get. And if you like Ambroxan, you'll love this fragrance because it's a bomb of it. And it's got all these supporting nuances. But you have to really like Ambroxan because it's very dominant. Very, very dominant. I'm enjoying it. It's good stuff, actually. Quite like it. So we'll wait till about the 10-minute mark before we jump into these 10. Anybody that's interested in checking these out, I have links down below if you want to check them out. We've got some classics. We've got some more gourmand heavy stuff because, holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas, that's when I typically go for the gourmand stuff. Because like you guys know that are, regulars here, not a big gourmand guy. Very situational for me. So we've got a couple gourmands in here, tobaccos and things like that. So 3 of these will be making my trip with me, which we'll recap at the end, which 3 I'm thinking I'm probably going to go with after we go through them. And with all that said, I know that was a very wordy intro into this live, so I thank you guys for being here. So let's dive into the chat. Some stuff in green bean casserole. What's your favorite meal on Thanksgiving? Signature pour home. Sending everyone in the chat love. So for me, I have to make 4 trays this year because even though I'm on a cut and nobody understands that means I can't just eat a ton of bacon and green beans. Because, Thanksgiving, I'm making sure it's going to be a cheat day. So I'm like literally cardio today, 1,500 calories, legs tomorrow, 1,500 calories, cardio the next day, 1,500 calories. And then like I'm literally, before we leave Wednesday, I'm going to do cardio. I'm only eating 1,500 calories on the road because Thursday I'm probably going to have 3,000 plus calories. And then Friday with Country, Ariel, and possibly Courtney, my friends that I went to see for the show this past weekend. At least 3 of the 4 of us are training on Friday while I'm in town. So I don't want to be super bloated for that. So point being, green beans wrapped in bacon is a tradition that I do. Literally, it's like 4 or 5 whole green beans with like a third of a piece of bacon. We got 2 different types of bacon. My mom already grabbed everything while I was in town. She showed me, and I'm doing a rice dressing as well. So that's the 2 things I do. The 2 things I do are my favorite things. Aside from, I do like a good spiral ham. My grandmother likes to do a good spiral ham. So looking forward to that more so than turkey, the dressing, and then the green beans wrapped in bacon. I mean, it's amazing. But the joke was like, my cousin Jenna's like, told my mom, make sure to let him know to do an extra tray. My stepdaughter, do an extra tray. It's like, because in the past, I would eat a whole tray by my damn self if I'd make 3 trays. So it's 2 trays for everybody else. I just snack on it, all morning. But 4 trays is going to be a lot. I hope they're ready to eat because I'm probably only going to eat 6 of them. when a tray holds, the way I make trays of them, each tray holds like 40 or 50 of them, roughly. So, and I'm only getting like 6. So let's say we got 200 of them out of 4 trays. Let's call it a good round number of 180 to 200. Yeah. So lengthy. We done killed half the time, but it was a great question. I wanted to touch on it. I hope everybody's excited for Thanksgiving. It's always a good time to spend time with family. How are you? Fahrenheit Parfum, excellent choice. Off work all week, helping up my wife's job, putting things together. Second soul, wife's co-workers keep telling her how good I smell. Hell yeah. Also ordered Z 2.0 again before they run out. Yeah, because they're probably not going to make it through the year, my man. That's kind of what we're seeing is going to be kind of the end of it. You always try to project where things are going to go so you can plan accordingly. Adam, welcome back. Had a good trip. Saw the vlog. Very interesting. Also, I've never seen one of those competitions before. Scent of the Day's Terre Hermes Eau de Toilette. Hat of the Day, orange and white. SummerSlam 89. 1.1K on the way. Did you mean 100K? We are almost there. I'm literally about to hit 99,000. I'm like 20 something subscribers away from 99,000. So I'm literally right over 1,000 away. I'm getting there. It's wild, right? We're almost there. So I appreciate that. I'm pretty sure that's what you meant. Joel, always a pleasure. Wearing Caragos. I did see your post earlier. Givenchy pour Aurum. S-Boy by Draco. Smash the like button. Let's get Ross to 100K. Share the passion. I appreciate you, Adolfo. Ferragamo Blue. Which one? Aqua Cinziale Blue? That's my jam. Maison Crivelli Oud Maracuja? Is that how you say that? So I talked about Ombre Chromatique recently, and I debated on putting that in here, but I was like, no, I'm going to save that more for December because it's such a thick, ambery scent. It doesn't strike me as like a Thanksgiving scent the way these do, which, we're just a few minutes away from diving into that. Good to see you, Jared. Sean Conley's in the house. Ooh, you got the new Mancera. Well, don't tell me nothing because I'm going to get that one pretty soon. Noel, good to see you. Hey, no worries. Got to go to class. I'm glad you were able to make it. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to skip that. Y'all do your thing. Talk about it. By all means, I just don't want to see it. Tell Joel. Joel's asking. Tell Joel. I'll just have to skip your comment if I glance and see that's what you're talking about because I want to stay blind to it. I'm getting that one possibly in December. That's the first of the Nishane X line that I want because I've seen the notes. They got like watery notes and stuff. So if it's like a fresh Ani is what I'm assuming, count me in. I definitely want to check that out. Blue de Chanel EDP can't go wrong there. Rocha Salome, I haven't worn that in a while. That's a great fragrance. Scott, good to see you. Explorer Platinum, so underappreciated. If you like woodsy fragrances, I think it was a solid release. I don't think it was one of the best releases for designers this year, but it's underappreciated. It's a good release. I really like it. I haven't worn it in a little while, but I really like it. I appreciate that, my man. Yes, it's not yet. I mean, she's fine for the most part, given the situation, but you can tell she's on the downward slope of the hill. Like I said, I'd be amazed if she makes it to Christmas next year because January is going to make 2 years since she's been on insulin. And the life expectancy typically for small dogs once diagnosed is 6 months to 2 years. She's pretty much hit the latter portion of that. And you can tell like her liver enzymes are high. She's got daily liver medication now. And they said it's not related to the diabetes, but it's another problem. It's not good. So we'll see. Still has an appetite. Still gets spunky and all that good stuff. She's blind. Diabetes did blind her. Spencer, good to see you. Private Accord. Excellent choice. That's one of my favorites for winter. Overture Man for Fabrice. What a bold play. Love that fragrance. Such a bold choice. Love the bright yellow and great. Well, high vis yellow is one of my favorite colors. So, Amarud Oud du Jour. That is a Claude Deer special. I believe Claude perfumed that one. Ooh, what a damn hard question. Because that's like my 2 favorite designer parfums. Yeah, hitting me with a hard one. In between Sauvage EDP and Parfum. Sauvage Parfum. Between the 2 Sauvages. But Bleu de Chanel Parfum versus Sauvage Parfum. Damn. I hold Bleu de Chanel Parfum in such high regard. It would give me a reason to wear it more. So I'll go with that, but I love the hell out of Sauvage Parfum. That was a hell of a difficult question. I appreciate the question. Mercedes-Benz Selects. We're at the 10-minute mark. I'm going to jump into this in just a second. Pop it in, say, get back to work. Going to watch the replay. Aurum Sport Eau Extreme. We appreciate you, big dog. Happy Land Inlandish. Yeah, that's right. Speaking of bold fragrances, Overture Man's not the only bold fragrance in this chat today. That is a bold fragrance. Juan Ochoa, good to see you. Spice Bomb Infrared Eau de Parfum, one of my favorite releases of the year. Nasamato Black Afgano. That's a bold fragrance, too. Odyssey Own Black. Never tried that one. Cinnaday Oajan, good stuff. Bubble Bath, okay, with the replica fragrance. Secret Water, twinsies. I saw you post earlier, Scott. Good to see you, Scott. Before I drop out of here, I have to share what I did. Expecting Second Soul and a sample of Aurum in the mail today. Well, sir, you have two fantastic options coming your way. I'm confident you will thoroughly enjoy both. Latafa Assad, Zaharoff, send me free decant of Evening Mystique because I forgot to add the original order. I saw your comment on the channel. Yeah, George is one of a kind. You were making a purchase anyway. He's not going to be like, okay, send me another $5 and I'll add it to your order. That's just not who George is. I knew he would take care of you. Now, if you hadn't made an order, that's a different story. But yeah, I mean, you ordered a bunch of samples and it's like, oops, my bad, I forgot. Yeah, of course he's going to take good care of you. Luna Rosa Ocean EDP, go birds. Look at you. Boy. Sugar Dude, good to see you. Just eat more potatoes and do a carb refeed. No, thank you. I'm avoiding the potatoes and the starches. Like, I'm being real. I really have to trim it off during this cut. I got 10 weeks left of this 12-week cut, 8-week bulk, and a 10-week cut. And that second cut, so when I go 8-week bulk, the first week's going to be maintenance. The second week is ramping up the surplus, probably to about a 500 calorie surplus over maintenance because I don't want to go too high. I don't want to put too much water and stuff like that. I don't want to risk putting any fat on because I need to be lean as all fuck come June 1st. So excited though. And I'm not telling you for what. If you didn't watch today's vlog on the other channel, then you just don't know. So got to watch the whole video. So hi Ross, in the days Amber Fever. Heading to London soon. Going to get the Ormond Jane store and do Justin proud. Me too. You're going to do me proud as well. Ormond Jane's a phenomenal brand. Armand Man, it's solid. It's not my favorite, but the Montabacos, Intensivo and Verano, Magnifique. Xandria, another one, phenomenal. I have those 4, and 3 of the 4 are just stunners. Ormond Man's a good fragrance. It's just not as good as the other 3 to me. I can tell you right now, Explorer Platinum is better because I don't like Santal 33. I don't like Santal 33 clones. I just don't like the DNA. And yes, I agree there's similarity, but I just think Explorer Platinum is better. I just summed up that video for you because I don't have Santal 33 and I never will. I just don't like it, man. I don't. Desert Falcon Deluxe. You've been trying Desert Falcon Deluxe. What the hell is that? Thank goodness for Afterpay, Ross. I'm sorry. I was in a slightly different mood. I may have picked Evening Mystique to pick up. They were both too good. I just had to go off of the moment and the vibe. But man, hey, I can confidently say you won't be disappointed. I wore it this Saturday, because it was my first show that I went to since 2001, my dad's last show, because he passed 2 years later. My dad died in 2003, and the show was in 2001. But that's how long it's been. It's been 22 years since I've been to a show. And like classic physique and wellness and all those divisions, they didn't exist back then. You had figure, you had women's bodybuilding, you had bikini, and you had men's bodybuilding. That was pretty much it. There's a ton of categories now. Most wanted for Thanksgiving. So let's go ahead and get into this because we're 15 minutes in, guys. So let me scroll down a little bit because I don't want to be too far behind when I do get back to the chat. Day Gucci Guilty. Pour Homme Eau de Parfum. It's funny that you say that. We're actually going to start with that one. I love a good segue, Kellen. Thank you for that. It's actually in the thumbnail. So if you want something a little different for Thanksgiving, this might be one of the best options. Now, there's nothing gourmand about this. So why would I pick this? It's not your typical warm and spicy fragrance. It's an odd concoction of sea salt, vinegar, rose. It's such a strange fragrance, but it's such a good one. And that's why it's such a great choice, because it I highly doubt, because Thanksgiving with your family, there's going to be a lot of hugs going on when you first get there and when others are arriving. This is a topic of conversation. Ooh, what is that you're wearing? That kind of stuff. Or ooh, you smell nice. And there's always potential for something other than that, but more than likely, because this does smell really good, but very unique. You can feel the oily balsamic texture to this vinegar oil that they use, this vinegar accord that they have in here. And it does have a little bit of saltiness, some rose, a little bit of warm wood. It's not really like an oud funk or anything like that. There's a warm woody tone to it. It's a little floral, not too hefty on the rose. I think this is a phenomenal choice if you want something different, not the typical suspects. I think this was a great Thank you, Kellen, for the segue, because this is unlike everything else, the other 9. This is the different fragrance choice. I think this is a good way to kind of set the trend on how this is going to go. Because you got to have something that's out the box thinking in a topic like this, because you don't want just the same old, which some of these are to be expected. They're timeless for the time of year. For those of us in this online fragrance community, there some picks to be expected in a video topic like this. But Gucci Guilty Eau de Parfum, you want to stand out, you don't want to spend a lot of money. It's like 60 some odd bucks in the link below. It's not crazy expensive. It's a little different. And this is fragrances like this is why I like Gucci. They don't just follow trends. They definitely do their own thing. Gucci Guilty Eau de Parfum for a unique topic of conversation type of fragrance experience. So that's the first one we're going with here. And we're going to slide right into a typical choice that I'll always have in this topic, 1 million Prive. Yes, discontinued. Yes, it's ridiculous to try to get your hands on it. I would suggest as a great alternative, if you don't have this in your collection already, go with Making Sense Fallen Leaf. It's got this, Wanted by Night, and a few other of Michael Dinsmore's personal fall classics, fall favorites. It's a hybrid fragrance, but you smell this it's very prominent. There's a prevalent DNA in there. I get more of this than any other fragrance in Fallen Leaf. So when I get asked what's an alternative, what's a clone, what's a something, I always say Fallen Leaf from Making Sense if you don't already have this, because it's ridiculous to get this for the prices they go for on eBay. They're out there. You're just going to pay a premium to get it. It's how it goes with discontinued stuff. But one of the best sweet tobaccos, lovely cinnamon. It's warm and ambery. It's got that designer synthetic nature to it, but super mass appealing. I think it's the best they've ever done in the line. Though I do love the Parfum these days. It's what I gravitate to most, I think, because of just the recent love affair with that one and the enjoyment and the wearability of where I live now makes it technically my favorite. But this is still, I think, the greatness, the most greatness we'll ever see from the 1 million line, though they have put out a lot of really good flankers. But fall in a bottle, obviously Thanksgiving, it goes right along with it. You know, your pumpkin spices and your potpourri smells and cinnamon and all the different smells of the season, especially Thanksgiving dinner type of thing. 1 million Prive absolutely embodies it, and it's a great fragrance choice for the holiday. And we'll do one more, and we'll dive back into the comments. We'll kind of do 3 at a time as we go through, but gourmand time. This is the time of year that I look to wear this one. You know, a lot of people talk about that tiramisu note. I call it a coffee cake. It smells like coffee cake to me. Always has. It smells like coffee cake. And I mean specifically, you ever been to the Chinese buffets and you see those little coffee cake squares in the dessert area? Most Chinese buffets have them. It smells like that coffee cake. I've never been able to get away from that one, which I haven't wore this much. I've had this fragrance for years now. I only wear it around this time. Sometimes around Christmas, but mainly around Thanksgiving, sometime in this week, because I'm very seasonal, very situational. And this is one of those fragrances that I think is a 'tis the season kind of thing for Thanksgiving. This is one of those rare times I like to smell like a dessert. You'll notice there's a lot more gourmand faceted fragrances, not necessarily through and through gourmands like this, but we've got some more gourmand elements to several others in this topic. It's either tobacco, spice, or sweet is pretty much what you could expect the rest of the way through with these. And I'm like 90% this is one of the 3 that's coming with me, because I haven't worn it in a while, and why the hell not is basically where I'm at with it. Those of you that have it, it's one of those if you know kind of fragrances. One of the best gourmands in the designer realm ever, really. Salvatore Ferragamo, Uomo. Let's get caught up in the chat. I like how Sean put skip this comment. Thank you for that. Prada Amber Intense. Great fragrance. Great fragrance. Bottega Veneta Pour Homme. Because the last video on Argos, I pulled the trigger on Triumph of Bacchus, the original. Can't wait to experience that. It's phenomenal. There's no reason to get away from Triumph of Bacchus, the first version. Technically an eau de parfum. Because it is that good. It really is that good. And I mean, you gave me a segue, so we'll go ahead and go into a fourth one. Because Triumph of Bacchus X Straight is making the trip. I haven't given this a full wearing yet. This is coming with me. This is the one fragrance that 100% is making the trip. That's why it's in the thumbnail. I believe I put it in the thumbnail. Scroll over here and see. Yeah, it's in the thumbnail. So I put the all-time classic, 1 million Prive, and then I put the definitive, like, I'm like 99% wearing this Thanksgiving Day. Because this is a stunning fragrance. It's that much richer to the original, which is crazy to think. And then Christian inscribed it. You can see it's laser etched with my name at the bottom. It has his signature, Argos logo, all that good stuff. But man, anybody that doesn't have Triumph of Bacchus, yeah, you don't necessarily have to get this one, but I would suggest going after this one. It is already, so I have a, multiple year macerated original bottle. Like it's got the old style caps and atomizers and everything, like old batch. And it's not as dark as this juice. And it changed color over the years and got richer, macerated heavily. It's very rich and deep. This is already richer and deeper than that. And this is a recent fresh pour that was macerated for, I forgot how long, Christian. I know it's at least 6 months out of light, certain temperature, like Christian. It's like OCD type of maceration, like perfection. Original Triumph of Bacchus that I have. But this is 100% coming with me. And let me adjust the focus. Let's get a quick look at that plate. Just stunning. Look at this enamel paint. This is all hand done, hand painted. Absolutely fantastic. So Triumph of Bacchus X Straight that will be coming with. So let's see. Barbados Dark Rebel. Ross, what do you think? CM Punk is, yeah, it's got to be the Rumble. It doesn't make sense. You gotta let down Chicago. Got to do the smart play here. Cruise up the coast and up here in Gulfport. No, I have not. It's got a decant of Ralph's Club Elixir, and my God, this stuff is good. I like the Parfum. The Parfum is more versatile. The Elixir is a dressier fragrance, but it's fantastic. It's a very earthy iris, a little violet-y kind of smell with some woods, a little smoky. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. It doesn't really get any love. I do think it's one of the better designer releases of the year. Danielle, good to see you. Armani Code Absolute. What's your favorite elixir that smells like the best? A little jumbled the way you wrote that, but I think so. I actually did a shorts video on that, and I would think something like Lamal Elixir. Just off the top of my head right now, I would say, because I've really been liking Invictus Victory Elixir, Lamal Elixir, and probably Boss Bottled Elixir currently. Jason, good to see you. Montebaco Intensivo. Speaking of that fantastic fragrance, we mentioned it a little while ago. EDT Intense, and I can't lie, I'm a little disappointed. Iris Lover, but this doesn't do it. So that's an everyday versatile fragrance. That's not going to be some wow stunner. Where'd I put it? It's right there because I'm going to be wearing it. That's a good solid daily wear. It's not going to be something crazy impressive. I don't know if you ever saw my first impressions when I had got a decant of it at the beginning of the year. I was like, I like it. It's nice, but it's not like I got to have it right now. When the price is right, I'll grab a bottle. That was recently. It's nice. It's just not special. It's a solid release. It's just not a special release. Good to see you, Josh. What's wrong with you? Absolutely. Clone from the rack stores. All right. 109 in the chat, only 51 likes. I can see 73 likes. But, I'm also behind a ways. But guys, yeah, we can be better. Hit that thumbs up. Absolutely. Thoughts on Montal Black Oud? Never tried that. Don't care for the opening, but the dry down's a beautiful rose. Oh, I've never tried any of the Arabian Oud fragrances. Killing Louisiana. Good luck and congratulations. Thank you, Danielle. I appreciate that. I greatly appreciate that. Amber Sun. Let's see. No, but I don't like the name. I don't like the devils in the name. No, definitely have not. Definitely different. This one. I want to choose this one. Oh, well, yeah, go watch the video, Joel. Not right now. Watch it after. Let's see. I would think Grandma's Table. Fallen Leaf's way too popular. I can't see him discontinuing Fallen Leaf. It has to be Grandma's Table that he discontinued because that's a special experience. That would make a better candle than it does fragrance. I told him that from the very first time I smelled it. It smells amazing. It just doesn't smell like something I want to wear. It smells like a candle I want to burn. You know, very, very holiday themed. Coral Fantasy is a good option. Sean with the $5 super chat. The scent Private Accord is great for Thanksgiving. Gives everyone a reason to get it before it's impossible to find. I will be talking about that in one of the videos this week. That Private Accord is a staple for me this time of year. Is a winner and not offensive. Coral Fantasy tobacco is better. Calm down. It's 3 out of this stretch of 4 comments is just raving. I get it. You like Coral Fantasy. I like Coral Fantasy too. It's good fragrance for sure. Take a breath. It's good stuff. Thanksgiving, Valentino Born Aroma Intense is a good option. Really smell tobacco in it. Ran out of that one. Okay. I'm not sure what part of the conversation I missed for that. Must have found some containers somewhere else. Just stopping by to say hello. Dua's Madagascar Vanillic Rum. I bet that smells good. It's a good name. Almost signature. People said it's very beast mode, but it isn't very beast mode on me. To each their own. It performs great on me. It definitely performs great on me. You could just be going nose blind to it. No, I actually haven't. It's a leather bomb. Ooh, I like a good leather fragrance, especially in the cooler months. Never tried it myself, no. Was Nautical Voyage. I'm say for Thanksgiving, I will wear either Mancera Black Gold, Wanted by Night, Most Wanted, or Paco Rabanne Pure XS. Excellent choices. And speaking of, pretty confident this is going to make the trip too. My gigantic 5.1 ounce bottle of Wanted by Night. I haven't worn it in a while. And it's really good for this because it's got that sweet bubblegummy type of feel that gives it a little bit of that playful sweetness that designers did to death for a stretch there, like 2018 to 2021. And you get that cinnamon spice, that slight earthy tobacco, a little ambery. It's like a more playful kind of take on this, honestly. They're similar in many ways. And I haven't worn it in a while. So part of me is thinking Triumph Bacchus Extrait, this, and Uomo Signature. I mean, Uomo from Ferragamo is kind of where I'm leaning right now. But subject to change. That's where my head's at in the moment because we still have 5 more fragrances to go. But if you can find this one, it's still a great fragrance to have. Sure, you're fine with the Most Wanted and the Most Wanted Parfum. They're phenomenal. I do think they're better, but this is still one of the best in the modern era to come out that used to be affordable. Great designer fragrance for men that's wonderful for this time of year and an awesome option. A lot of people like to wear this one for Thanksgiving because it's got the spices, it's got the sweetness, it's got all those things that give you the feels and the vibes of Thanksgiving. Wanted by Night. Great segue. I like a good segue. I can't help myself. When you guys bring it up, it's like, oh, speaking of that fragrance. I think it's very underappreciated and works surprisingly well on evenings in the summertime when it's still pretty warm outside. I think it's really good for that. That's kind of exclusively when I do reach for it, which admittedly I don't reach for it much these days, but there was a time when I did. I have a 50 ml of it. Oh, yeah, great question. Was it? Because it's in stock right now. A lot of those Black Friday restocks, they did them already. So for those who didn't know, that last night when I looked, they had Aurum Parfum Tonka Cola, which the link for Tonka Cola is in there because, damn it, I might as well talk about it now since I'm bringing up Tonka Cola. Tonka frickin' Cola. My God, who hasn't smelled this one yet in the chat? You're missing out. You're missing out. Maybe you did smell it and it wasn't for you. That kind of stuff happens, but it's totally for me. It's one of my top 5s. Top 5 from the house for me overall, not just fresh or sweet or any. No, top 5 Mancera for me. So the spice kind of gives the carbonation feel of the cherry Coke, if you will. It's a little powdery. Does get powdery from the sweetness of this tonka bean. Spiced, has this cherry note that I get for a little while. I know some don't get the cherry for a long time. I get it for like 2 hours or so before I can't really tell there's cherry there anymore. I love this fragrance. Great performer. We are totally spraying this. It smells like a straight up cherry Coke. Old cherry Cokes. I think the retro cherry Coke can from like the late 90s, that cherry Coke can, they made a fragrance out of that. Basically how it smells. Yeah, it's a little bit of earthiness and stuff, but it's mainly about this powdery sweetness, bright, vibrant spiciness that, like I said, could be technically like the carbonation of opening the can, that fizz and everything that comes with it, with the cherry cola smell. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Not just for Thanksgiving, it's just great. Great. I love that fragrance. I think it's one of the best Pierre Montals put out for Mancera ever, personally. I want to reach for is Polo Red EDT. Nothing wrong with that. Nice and sweet and powdery. The One Mysterious Night. Excellent choice, Neil. I do prefer Signature. I think Signature is better. But for the particular situation, I prefer the original Ferragamo Uomo. This is one of those times of years when I like a good gourmand. I don't like gourmands that often. But for Thanksgiving, yeah. For Christmas, yeah. That's the two main times around that. It doesn't have to be on that day, but it's usually a couple of days that I'm around family for that. So never tried that one. Let's see. But yeah, I got a refund and just reordered. That worked out. Boss Bottle Night. Nice spicy, not spicy, but smoky bar of soap. Kind of how I look at it. Smash like button. Let them know, Ken. Victory Elixir bottle coming in the mail tomorrow. It's phenomenal. It's going to be in probably tomorrow's video. It's right here. I love it. I love it. It's becoming my favorite Invictus. Because, I mean, I don't wear aqua that much anymore. Just only in the summer. Now, moving into the fall and winter, it's like, I'm not going to touch aqua again until the summer. I only wear aqua in the summer. So, Mont Blanc Presence. That was number one on my very first cheap fragrance list back in 2019. That was number one. There was a time when I was wearing that one pretty often. Argos Triumph of Bacchus. Excellent choice. Tuxedo for a job interview with 2 ladies in the morning. Well, I hope you get the job. I absolutely hope you get the job. Have a big gathering coming up in the family, with the family. What can one wear that's good for a teen and will impress everyone? Depends on what you have. Give me some options on what you're thinking, because I don't want to give you a suggestion. You're like, well, I don't have that, because I don't want to give you a suggestion like you need to go buy this to impress them. Let me know what you're working with, what kind of option, where your mind's at with a couple of what you do have, a couple fragrances from your collection. I'll tell you what I would do if I were you in your situation, just based on the information. That's the best way I can share my opinion that could potentially be helpful in some way. You know, at the end of the day, it's just my opinion. Clear the rest. And then go with Wajan for Thanksgiving. Good to see you. Oud Vanille. We just talked about that one recently. I know you're a big fan of that one. No, I haven't spent any more time with it yet. Signature Tobacco for $11.23. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong there. Angel Share and Strong With You. Absolutely. That's 2 great options too. Nishane Fan Your Flames. That's another great option. Brioni Eclat or Terre Mez Eau Givrée. Damn, that's a tough question. Ooh, that's a tough one. I gotta lean to Eau Givrée. I love Eclat. Eclat's actually more complex, but Eau Givrée's opening's too good. It's one of the best openings ever. Just how I feel. I gotta lean to Eau Givrée. That's a tough one. By all means, if you want to, yeah, certainly. I get a lot of jasmine from that one. It's not my favorite of the 3. It's good stuff. I can see why people love it. Just not really what I lean towards. Like, honestly, if I'm going with something from the house, it's this. Perfect segue. I'm going with it. I would go with this. Anybody that hasn't gotten a sample, I saw that somebody mentioned earlier about the samples being on pre-order, which that was George that called earlier, because I texted him. I tried calling him because I was going to, did you mean to put them on pre-order? Or are they just not ready yet? So I was going to, so I could reply to the guy what's going on with that. And he didn't call back right away. So it was getting close to live time. And so I texted him, please don't call at 3. He called at 3. So he didn't read the text first. So I'm trying to find out if they're actually just on pre-order right now and he's getting them ready. Or did he just, is there like a mistake with the website where they're actually available to purchase? So people can get samples now instead of just having to go with the bottles or do splits and decants from other places. Raw honey sprinkled on a cinnamon stick, some hazelnut, little bit of almond, not much, with a nice sticky amber. It's beautiful. Such a great fragrance. He continues to do better and better work with the house, and the plate's amazing. This is on the 4-ounce bottle. Super thick, hefty metal. Don't drop this on your bare foot. You're going to break bones in your foot. You got some seriously strong bones if you drop this on the middle of your bare foot and don't at least fracture it. This is a few pounds, and it's solid. Oh, God, it smells so good. But yeah, this would be great for Thanksgiving. For those of you that have Aurum and you like your gourmands, here you go. Here you go. I get just as much amber as I do honey and hazelnut, so that's why it's kind of like the Amber Gourmand title that George gave it for a classification. I think it's brilliant because it suits it very, very well. Zaharoff Signature Aurum. And we might as well dive into another heavy hitter while we're at it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to pull out your bottles of Vertus Vanilla Oud if you really want to stun people at Thanksgiving and just shut this shit down and undoubtedly be the best smelling person in the room. Vanilla Oud. Vanilla Oud. I don't care who's wearing what. You smell better than them if you're wearing this. I don't give a shit what they're wearing. You can name whatever you want in the chat. Nope, you'll smell better than them with this. Obviously, it's my opinion, but it's a strong opinion. I'm standing by it. Burnt, roasted kind of vanilla smell. Saffron, warm spice. The oud funk isn't too heavy, but you do get a little bit of that funky oud smell to it, which I think gives it a lot of charm. For being oud and vanilla based, it's quite intoxicating. This is an eye roller kind of fragrance when you smell it. Oh my God. The sillage on this is gorgeous. It lasts forever. It really does. This is the shut the show down kind of fragrance. If you really want some attention for Thanksgiving, if that kind of shit matters to you and you want to feel good about yourself and pump your ego up and get some compliments, wear your bottle of Vertus Vanilla Oud. I can't guarantee it's going to happen, but boy, the likelihood's about as high as it can be. Vertus Vanilla Oud. You really can't go wrong if you want to wear that for Thanksgiving. I'm debating on bringing that one because look at what I had to say about it. It's literally one of the best fragrances I've ever smelled. I'll never not get super excited to talk about it because it's a very situational fragrance for me. That bottle will probably outlive me. Most bottles will that I have behind me, but my God, guys. And we'll save these last two for a few minutes. We'll wait a little bit. Let's get caught up on the chat. So where were we? You as well, Jeremiah. Good to see you. Haven't smelled Tonka Coal. Tonka Coal's amazing. Actually, I haven't smelled that one. Oh, you guys need to get on that. I've been waiting to smell it for a while, but still haven't. Mancera shipping's quite pricey where I am, even for testers. Ooh, sorry to hear that. Now, I wouldn't recommend just blind buying it. If you can get a sampler or decant with any of these, obviously that's the smarter move here. Try to limit your blind buying. You're all big boys and girls. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I do the same. I blind buy so you don't have to. I even have a motto for it because I blind buy so much. But at the same time, it's not necessarily the wisest of choices, but it is that good. It is that good to me. Damn, I just bought cherry cola. Look, it comes close. Paris Corner's version, it comes close. It's good. It's not as good as the original. Most clones aren't as good as the original to me. And there's people that convince themselves the clones are better that are going to be in the chat and say that's crazy. It's the same thing. I'm just saving money. That's great. It's an opinion. Just like me saying the original is always better. In very rare cases, will I suggest the clone over the original? It does happen, but it doesn't happen often. But if you don't want to spend the money, yeah, there's some really good options out there. They're going to get you close. Really, some of them really, really close. They're not always the same. The original 99.9% of the time is better. But that 0.1% is out there. There's a lot of 0.1%ers out there. when it comes to the cologne fragrances. So don't feel bad about having cherry cola. Cherry cola is good stuff. It is close, really close, just not exactly the same experience, you know? Still good stuff. So don't feel bad about it. If you got that, you're fine. You don't have to get Tonka cola. Probably Birth of Venus for the freshness of it. I like it. That's the one I've worn the most of the new ones. I would have to go with that. But I mean, easily, Triumph of Bacchus Extra is now my favorite from the house because Triumph of Bacchus was my favorite. You know, so. But I would say Birth of Venus. Checking in on my lunch break. End of the day, Barouge Palador. Palador? Is that how you say that? EDP? I'm thinking Invictus Victory Elixir for Thanksgiving Day. You can't go wrong there. Like I said, I got it right here. It's gonna be in tomorrow's video. Got that on my Christmas list, hinting to the wife. There you go. Didn't smell Tonka Cola yet. I got a few cherry fragrances. Underrated cherry fragrance. Attar Kaltat Night. Is that how you say that? Kaltat Night? I like a good cherry fragrance. Another really good one. Not affordable, but it's phenomenal. Cherry Tobacco. Smoky cherry tobacco is Memories from the Gate fragrances. That's really good for the winter because it's a thick, heavy, robust fragrance. It knifes through the cold. It's one of the best cherry fragrances I've ever smelled. It's got a distinctive black cherry, not just the like pipe tobacco smell, cherry pipe tobacco. It's like a distinctive separate cherry note from the tobacco with a smoke accord, not just a smoky tobacco note. It's not just the tobacco oil providing. There's actually a smoky accord there. Man, I only wear that one in the winter. Molinard Vanille Patchouli. I never tried that one. Pretty aptly named fragrance. Smells exactly like it sounds. Straight vanilla bomb with some spice and balance to it. Aurum for the holidays. So for me, that's December. I wear that only in December every year. I don't necessarily just wear it on Christmas, but in the month of December, that is my favorite coffee fragrance. That is my favorite gourmand fragrance. To me, that's the greatest fragrance EJ ever made. God rest his soul. It was phenomenal. It's still phenomenal. I cherish that fragrance. It's a monster performer. Just a few sprays, you know, a little bit goes a long way with that fragrance. And I wear it in the month of December. It smells like Christmas to me, as intended. But I totally get why you'd want to enjoy that for Thanksgiving too. Absolutely. It's great for the season. I didn't say introed. I said think the 90s version of the can. I didn't say, hey, it came out in the late 90s. I'm the late 90s version of the can. Come on now. You have to see these nostalgia pages, these 90s nostalgia pages across TikTok or Instagram or any of them if you're on social media. All you got to do is see one video and you end up on an algorithm. I was actually thinking of rocking Altair for Thanksgiving this year. Not right now, you don't. For me. Yeah, not in this moment. That's something that I might potentially do a video on, but you have to remember, when I do the seasonal lists, they're for anyone and everyone. Like, it's not really an age thing unless I specify. They'd be like, I don't think young fellows would really like this one. You'll hear me specify if I personally feel like there's a certain age group that really wouldn't really be their thing more than likely. Outside of that, when I'm talking fragrances, it's for guys in general. Just teens to 60-year-olds, basically, you know, because there's a lot of older fellas that watch this channel that like some of the sweet stuff. You know, that like the stronger reviews and 1 millions and stuff like that. And they're like 62, 58. So age is just a number. Wear what you want to wear. Just because you're 15 doesn't mean you can't wear some niche tobacco fragrance. If you like it, you like it kind of thing. So keep that in mind. So when you see, because I have a winter video coming out tomorrow. And there's, I can tell you right now, being 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, half the list I would recommend to you of the 10 that I have right here. You got to watch tomorrow's video to know which ones, though. So I'll give you that much. Not yet. I will get it, though. Black Phantom on Thanksgiving. Give me Signature Gold, Aurum, or Valentino Uomo Intense. I'll be damned. So Happy Land Signature Gold, Zaharoff Signature Aurum, and Valentino Uomo Intense. I mean, that's a toss-up there. Any one of them is going to work out well. Victory Elixir, and Victory is top of my buy list right now. So just know that it's a lot of dark vanilla for Victory Elixir, and it is in tomorrow's video. Victory, it's still smoky and ambery, but you do get a little bit of that bubblegum aquatic from the original still in there, whereas the Elixir, you got to really reach to tie it to Invictus at this point. Like you really hunt for it, and like your mind's going to tell you it's there, but it's really hard to find Invictus in the Elixir. So that's kind of the biggest way to decipher the two. Mikey, what's going on, big dog? Good to see you. Invictus was my first ever fragrance, and now the sweetness kills me, but Victory Elixir sure does smell good. Yeah, it's the one that and Victory really are the two that smell the least like Invictus, but Victory Elixir is the one that's the furthest from the DNA, I find. Fan Your Flames, definitely a great choice. Need to buy one. Let me know, Chief, because my cousin, I like how you knew the Chief. Let me know, Chief. Is a frag head, and I need to outperform him. Oh, shit. Let me go with the Elixir. Definitely go with the Elixir then. Dylan Blue for Fragrance Fraternity. Good to see you. Precious Oud for the list. That has a tiramisu note. I have Crazy for Oud, which is very similar. Nuit Dissy Parfum. A little warm in Texas today. Went with Citrine. Damn good choice. Forbidden Plum by Alexandria. Okay. Going to keep one. Do you choose Polo Blue Parfum? Parfum. It's my favorite Polo Blue. What was my favorite Polo Blue before the Parfum? Gold Blend. So there you go. Yeah, if Polo Blue Parfum never came out, it would be Gold Blend versus any of the rest of them. And I totally get why a lot of people would still say Gold Blend's their favorite. It's a taste thing, but I just love the Parfum. I think it's the best, the ultimate form. It's Golden Frieza. You know what I mean? Like that's what I like to use. So anybody that's a Dragon Ball fan catches the reference because he's got so many forms. It's final form of Polo Blue. It's gold. Polo Blue Parfum is Golden Frieza. Midnight Whisper. Smash that like or you don't get turkey this Thanksgiving. Let them know. We got 106 likes, 157 viewers. Appreciate you guys being here. We got 2 fragrances left. We're 48 minutes in. Got a little bit of time. We might do hour 5, hour 10. Because we're going to dive into this in a second. I'm trying to get caught up slowly but surely on the chat before we dive into these last 2. I mean, that's 2 that are in here. We covered them in here. I'm thinking the same thing as far as recommendations and potential wears for me. Because like I said, I'm going to be gone from Wednesday to Saturday, traveling Wednesday and Saturday. So obviously I don't have to bring Wednesday's fragrance with me. I can spray it here and leave it. But Thursday, Friday, Saturday's fragrances, they're coming with me. So that's why I say I'm taking 3. And it's 3 of these 10. Because it's going to be nice and crisp and chilly. It's going to be high 50s, low 60s at the high every day. So it's going to be nice and crisp. Not cold, but a little chill. And especially in the evenings, a little chill in the air. So I'll be able to rock these. And I'm leaning a certain way. We'll recap it in a little bit. Leather Tobacco for work as a firefighter and date night is amazing. Fantastic Defendi Pour Homme. Never tried that one. What Sugar Dude said. Let him know, Kyler. Leighton does. It never does. It never fails. I'm not going to argue that point. I think it's a great point. Showstopper is Vanilla Oud. Like or no kisses from Kyler. I'll be damned. Y'all went there, huh? Vertus Vanilla Oud. So that's how far back I am. So guys, I'm going to have to skip ahead now that I know I'm at the Vanilla Oud portion of this. Let me scroll to, oh yeah, I'm pretty far behind. I apologize. I'm so far behind, guys. So I apologize. I have to skip so many of these prices since. Good to see you, my man. I'm slowly skipping down. But okay, I'm pretty much caught up now. So here we go. PDM Carlisle or Spice Bomb Extreme. You choose for me, please. Well, I mean, I would have to go Carlisle here. Don't get me wrong, Spice Bomb Extreme is really good, but I would go with the quality and complexity over the spicy vanilla. You know, Spice Bomb Extreme is good. It's really good, but Carlisle's so much better. So much better. It's not even close, my man. Right now, I smell Old Spice Shea Butter Moisture body wash, so it's strong Christmas smell. I'm afraid to spray anything over it. Hey, sometimes that shit happens, man. You might have to let it die down for an hour or 2 before you spray anything. Got to head out, but hope everyone has a great day. Take care. Thank you so much for being here. You have a great rest of your day. See you tomorrow. We're going to have a live chat tomorrow, and that'll be it for the week because I'll be traveling till next Monday. We'll be back next Monday. Oh, my God. Yeah, sure, Jason. Go for it. I'm more Polo Black and Gold. Polo Black. I like double black. I have double black. That's really good. I haven't smelled Polo Black in couldn't tell you how long. Some colognes are bad on clothes, yet good on skin, i.e. Amir Oud. I always just spray skin. The only time you'll catch me spraying a shirt is if it's something super, super fresh in the summertime. Heavier fragrances, they're not going on my clothes. Love the Dragon Ball Z reference. I always try to hit some references like that. Yeah, I know it's Black Frieza now, but I haven't watched the series. That's why I'm not referencing it. I haven't watched the new series yet. Manga yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm waiting until I get episodes. I don't want to read the manga. I don't. I know about Black Frieza and Moro and all that. I've been knowing for a couple of years about the manga. It's been 2 or 3 years since the manga came out at this point. I'm waiting on English episodes. I'll even do English dubbed. I've watched many a Dragon Ball in the variety of series, Dragon Ball Z, Super, GT, all that, in Japanese with English subtitles. So I'm not afraid of doing that either. So, but I need episodes. I want live action. Well, not live action, but I want visual action, I guess would be the way to put it. Rob, good to see you. Lorenzo Pazaglia's Cherry Ink. Ooh, I like the name. Quite possibly the best cherry I've ever smelled, but leans a tiny bit feminine. Most cherries do. Tomorrow will be his Vampirum. If you like boozy, holy crap. A man with a very diverse taste when it comes to niche fragrances, I have to say. Good to see you, Rob. I'm going to bring out the OG Pure Tonka. That's one I wish I had. Pure Tonka and Pure Leather. That's two I'd like to own. But it's not the end of the world that I don't. The only two I have is Pure Malt and Pure Coffee. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, they all dry down into Amen. They have a different top, and they all dry down the damn same. Not all of them, but most of them do. But Pure Tonka and Pure Leather are two that I've always thought I'd enjoy that I've never tried. Arabian's Tonka and Vertus Vanilla Oud's top 3 all time for me. Issy Intense, you can't go wrong there. House Sillage has a good cherry fragrance. I haven't tried too much from them. Spice Bomb Original. Mic drop. Hit him with it, Beanstalk you. Hit him with it. Probably end up wearing baby cap for Thanksgiving. Can't go wrong there. Aurum for sure for Dan, not the man. Sillage 001 apparently is one of their cherry fragrances. Started to be interested in more Morsk fragrances. Tamima Sillage says that it's for a woman, but apparently unisex. And Sirocco, is that how you say it? Sirocco sound. Just picked up Tiziana Terenzi Kirk and ATH Notorious. Original Santal is out for delivery. Also love the streams, Ross. Glad you're enjoying the streams. You're my hero today. Because I love seeing Original Santal get some love because it doesn't get any. Because I get tired of hearing just get Individual or, oh, they ripped off Individual. It is better than Individual in every way, shape, or form. And I've been through a whole bottle of Individual. My bottle I have is not my first bottle. I love Mont Blanc Individual too. And Uomo does not stop cursing my beloved Creed Original Santal internet forums comparing Uomo Original to Creed Original Santal. No. Stop with that just besmudgery. It's awful. Don't. No. They. No. No boo-boo. Stop that. Tisk tisk. Yeah, you see how passionate I get. Because that's such an unfair comparison. I get some of the accords, but you want to talk about a chemical synthetic mess and a quality fragrance. Stop comparing them. Stop it. Let's see. What's your top 2 department store YSL fragrances? Ooh. So that means the basic designer lines. So I'm a La Nuit de l'Homme Le Parfum guy. It's my favorite La Nuit de l'Homme flanker. My wife's too. And I've really been liking myself. The fragrance. Not, of course, I like myself. But the fragrance, YSL myself. It grew on me a lot. I was very indifferent the first time I smelled it. And just every spray got better and better and better. And continues to get better every time I spray it. But I'm going to, as much as I have been enjoying that, Why Le Parfum? Why Le Parfum, La Nuit de l'Homme Le Parfum, go figure the Le Parfums. They're always my favorites. They're the richest. They're always the rich ones, the rich smelling ones that aren't overwhelming projectors, but last. And that would be the 2 for me, my man. Ross, you're the shit, man. I appreciate that, Tilly. Thank you, man. Appreciate the vote of confidence. Let's see. Great scent. It's in a day. Your Fahrenheit Parfum. You are the second person in the chat today wearing that. Excellent choice. Doing a new series, but they're turning them into kids. They have anything to do with Moro. I think a lot of fans are pretty upset about it. I still watch it regardless. I mean, I'm still watch it regardless too. Gonna be Black Gold, Fahrenheit Parfum, and something Hermes. Who's winning tonight? Eagles or Chiefs? Eagles. That's who I picked in my pick'em pool. Original Santal is leagues better. Yeah, for sure. Most people are going to go with the Chiefs, but I'm going with what I presume to be the underdog. If I don't remember the spread, but I'm going Eagles here. I think the Eagles are going to win. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, everything in the world increased significantly over the last 3 years. Take that information as you will. So with that said, strong with you intensely. I mean, with the recent rumbles of discontinuation and it's coming and going. So this is going to be available in a few days. So be on the lookout for my Black Friday videos. For those of you that don't have it but want it, but for those of you that have it, some of you are probably thinking this one. Toffee sweet, of course, cinnamon spice, but this is the sweetest of them and arguably the most beastly of them. It's good stuff. My wife likes to wear this one herself. She likes to wear this one on her too. It's not the most masculine fragrance in the world because it's so sweet, but it still smells like a men's fragrance to me because I have so many sweet designers. God, that's strong. It's like suffocating the area from that one spray. This is a monster, guys. This is the strongest Stronger With You. They're all pretty strong. Even the fresher ones only last a long time, freeze. Underappreciated for how strong that fragrance is. And the rest of them are all pretty beastly. But this is the beast among the beasts. This is Granddaddy Beast in the line. This is the big T-Rex. This is the bigger one. Toffee, cinnamon. You do get that roasted chestnut, even though I don't remember if they listed in here or not. Ambery, very ambery and warm. Woodsy, but sweet. A lot of toffee. A lot of toffee. You got to like it. This is a compliment machine. It churns them out on an assembly line like a damn factory, in my experience. There's no guarantees that that's going to be the case for you, and that's not every single time I wear it. I hate that I have to do disclaimers every time I say anything nice about a fragrance. The internet has ruined everything. The internet has jaded and ruined everything. Where it's like, oh, but, but this, me, it's on me. I hate having to do that, guys. But I have to because people twist words and stuff. Point is, it's a great fragrance. It really is. If you're just going to have one from the line, there's a great argument for this being the one to have. I still think absolutely is a little bit better. But given the situation, I want the sweeter fragrance. I don't necessarily need the booziness. I would go with this one. This is a strong contender to make the trip for me, and one that I would highly suggest taking a look at if you have it in your collection and you're still indecisive on what you're going to wear for Thanksgiving around the family or Black Friday when you're going out and about shopping, if you're hitting the stores. Strong With You intensely. It's a real contender for Thanksgiving. And lastly, we'll get into this last one. We just hit the 1 hour mark, and then we'll talk for a little bit in the chat. Creation E. Obviously not much of a gourmand. Does have the cola vibe, but more of a Coke float, Dr. Pepper float kind of thing. The cognac heliotrope benzoin combination here gives this effervescent, bright cola vibe, sweet and boozy. Nice earthy tobacco. There's some herbs. There's some amber. There's, I believe, some labdanum. Gives a little bit more of an ambery feel to it on top of the amber accord. This is so good. This is a lot of people's favorite from Raja Dove. Totally get it. You can't go wrong with any of the Parfum Cologne fragrances because you get the depth of the parfums with the brightness of what a cologne could bring, because it's still a parfum concentration. It's just the way Raja Dove balanced this line. That's why they're called Parfum Colognes, because you get parfum longevity, cologne brightness, even though it's still a parfum concentration. They're all above 25%. I don't know the exact percentage, but they're above 25%. And this is, speaking of churning out compliments, I mean, I don't have nothing to say, but just show you the bottle. It's so good. And it's so good for this time of year, let alone Thanksgiving, that I think if you want something that offers that smell of luxury, that upper class type of feel, this is the one in the collection. Don't get me wrong, we have some niche stuff here that smells upscale, but there's an elegance to this one where there's more of a casual feel to Vanilla Oud, to Triumph of Bacchus. There's still some elegance to that one. Aurum, more of a casual feel because very dessert-like. The niches here, obviously they're upscale, but I don't know. This one, if you're dressing up a bit more, it's not really going to be a casual Thanksgiving. Let's say you're wearing a suit. You're the guy that's wearing the suit to Thanksgiving. Maybe that's a tradition in the family. You really do it up. I'm not saying it's the best suit and tie fragrance, but for Thanksgiving, might be a great suit and tie option. You know what I mean? More upscale apparel, I would go something like this. And not necessarily suit and tie, but I don't know, if you want to feel, if you're feeling froggy and you want to, you know, add to that elegance, that cherry on top to really boost the confidence level for you. This is one of those fragrances because the blend is second to none. Raja Dove's incredible at perfuming fragrances. I have to give it to him. The man is really good at this. A lot of depth, a lot of complexity, top tier quality, and the scent profile is fantastic. It's not serious, but still elegant. It's amazing how he pulled it off. So the last one we're talking about here today, I suggest checking this one out if you haven't yet. It's Enigma outside of the States, but it's Creation E here in North America. Parfum Cologne specifically. Not just, I've never smelled the Parfum. The Parfum Cologne's so damn good, though. I'm sure the Parfum's amazing, too. With that said, all right. Let's see. YSL Le Parfum and Ultime. Ultime's a great, great fragrance, too. I don't wear it all that much, but I do like how the rose note in it is a little on the dusty side. It's a little powdery. Beautiful ginger note. That's a great fragrance. Ooh, so I really don't have much from Cartier. I only have Pacha de Cartier Parfum. Justin, I think, would say Cartier. He's kind of like, when I think of Cartier fragrances, I think of Justin Copeland. He's got quite the diverse collection from them with different lines and then multiple flankers in most of the lines. But my lack of experience with it, I'm naturally going to lean YSL. But even if it was, say, something other than Cartier, it would be hard to beat out YSL because in this household, YSL is a hit. YSL is my wife's favorite brand, both men's and women's designer fragrances. And then I wear a lot of YSL. I like Yves Saint Laurent a lot too. So it's an easy choice there for YSL, even if I had more Cartier fragrances. Amen by Mugler. Watch Sense, good to see you. Make It Make Sense with Bottles and Beer. I like the name. I like the name a lot. What's up, everyone? Wearing Ormond Jane Taif. I've never tried that one. Great house, though. Great house, though. Buy frag, but I would wait. They got deals. I would wait. 10th anniversary sale was really good with that buy one get 125% off and all that good stuff and free shipping and everything. I'm not saying that's what the deals are, but there's some deals. And there's some restocks that haven't hit yet. I got the updated list today, literally today, the updates. Wait a few days. I would. Some of those links below are fragrance buy, guys. Don't feel like you got to buy something right now. If you want to wait and check the deals, it's probably the way to go. Because I do know what the sales are. I just can't say them yet. I just can't. When my video comes out, and I know I'm not going to be the only one doing a video, you guys will see. I would wait for the sale. I'm not buying nothing till the sale. I'm buying fragrances. I'm just not doing it till the sale. So, like literally, like the member giveaway fragrances, I ain't buying them yet. I ain't crazy. I'm buying them with the sale. I'm hitting those deals, man. I got my cart ready to go. Just waiting on Black Friday. You should too. You should too. Fahrenheit Cologne. It's been long discontinued at this point, I think. Good to see you, Pine Rocks. Snuck in the live stream while at work. End of the day, Gisa Hudson 2. Never tried that one, but I appreciate you coming sneak in with us for a little bit. The Boz has arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Everybody's favorite live chat guest, The Boz. Good to see you, my man. iFragrance says the new Azzaro Chrome Legend 20. I saw that. A few days ago, I think it came out with. I think it's just a rebottling with some twists on the notes. I don't know. Maybe it's a new formula. Maybe they reformulated it. I don't know. Bottle's a lot nicer than what it was, though. if I'm seeing people say it's different, I'll check it out because I like Azzaro. I do like Azzaro. And they usually get pretty cheap. I'll probably wait till that one. I always wait on Azzaro. I won't get it right away. So I'm destined to see people's opinions. If I'm wanting to wait for them to get $50 or less, is the inevitable. I'm gonna get opinions. So if you happen to get it, let me know. You go ahead and let me know what the hell it's like. Stream has started over now that the boss has arrived. Yeah. The first hour we're scrapping it. We got to start over now. The boss is here. What's going on, Randy? Good to see you, my man. I was lurking in your chat. Was it yesterday? You were live? Yeah, I popped in for a little while. It was Sunday night. Yeah, it was last night. I popped in for a little while and was what fragrance were you on? Journeyman, which is one of my favorites. Because I know you're not a big homage guy. And I want to say, was it All Genres Bops or was it Jason saying that they really think you'd like the mint and Enclave? You really should give Enclave a shot. It's very wearable. Got like mint though. Very spearmint. It's a spearmint oil. Literally it's spearmint oil. And not chewing gum. It's quality stuff because it's homage. But yeah, good to see you, Randy. Adonis Awakens, can't go wrong. Boss Bottle Intense. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello. I'm wearing Fragrance World's Cocktail Intense on Thanksgiving. Nice. I believe it's the Angel Share clone, right? It's got cherry cola in and another fallen leaf. Second fallen leaf changed a bit, and it's a bit better performance. Cherry cola smells like vanilla Coke with a dark cherry note. Yeah, I agree. Got it right here. I agree. But fallen leaf, we were talking about that at the beginning of the stream when I talked about 1 million Prive, and I said that's what I recommend people just get that because this is so prominent in fallen leaf, this DNA. But that's my recommendation if you don't have this already. It's not the same fragrance, but 1 million Prive is in there, you know. Angel Share, every Thanksgiving, never ever change it. Hell yeah, I don't blame you. What's going on? RXL, my 2 cents. So you've changed your name. Okay, then. Aurum is my Christmas scent. Aurum's good stuff. I think it's a good option for Thanksgiving, too, because it's a dessert smell, you know. Honey heavy, honey hazelnut. Good to see you, though, Rick. Also thinking of wearing either By the Fireplace or Oud Vanille for Christmas. Might even layer them. It's definitely two good options. Because now we're talking Christmas scents, but yeah, those are 2 really good options for Christmas, as well as Aurum, like Rick was saying. Argos be on the same quality. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. A lot of them are all Zaharoff, Argos, Kajal, like they all source from top level flavor houses with, you know, paperwork on all where everything came from, ethically sourced, all the best stuff in the world. They all get their oils from these places. Yeah, they're all on the same level here as far as quality. Royal Vanilla. That's good stuff. I got it over here. I haven't worn it yet. It's right here. I haven't worn it yet. I will. Christmas scent for me, Aurum for the holidays. Same here. That's my favorite option for Christmas. So James 2 months ago, just got my sample of Royal Vanilla, and you were right. It's a beautiful scent. It surprised me. I figured I'd like it, but I didn't think I'd like it that much. Cryptomint. That's a good option. I've smelled that one before. I'd like to have a bottle, but I don't have to have a bottle. That's why I don't have a bottle. I didn't wait a few days. Yeah, Spencer, you're pretty good about being impatient. Makes me hopeful Luminous may make an appearance in the next few weeks. I mean, that's up to you. It's super versatile. It's basically, I go back to the Golden Frieza reference. It's the Golden Frieza for Fierce. It's the best way to smell like Fierce to me. And it's the best performing one. And you will go nose blind. To anybody that tells you it doesn't perform, oh, they must have reformed. No, they're going nose blind. I go nose blind to it too. I can't wear more than 4 sprays, and I fill a room with 4 sprays. It's a monster. Really want right now is Issy's Noir Ombre. Literally impossible to find a reasonably priced bottle. I was blessed by Rob for this. I'm super happy to have my partial. I'm super happy to have it. Hopefully you come across the right deal. Just be patient, Mikey. The right deal always comes around at some point in this community. Just keep your eyes and ears open and be patient, my man. You'll get it. We're manifesting it for you. It'll happen. Parfums Vintage Imbu. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right or not. Cologne of Gucci Pour Homme 2. Boy, Gucci Pour Homme 2's got a lot of praise over the years. I believe it's a tea fragrance, right? Never tried it. I've never tried it. I think so. It's kind of like an Invictus Aqua-esque type of fragrance. Oh, that's a good one. It's right here. I got it right here so I can keep sniffing on it. I was ecstatic to see one for making sense. I'm glad that you found it so accurate. Yeah, it's probably like top 5 in my collection, and I don't know if I could buy another. Mike did a good job with it. Now, I have a feeling it's not going to project the way Pratalome Intense does because it's cranked up oil concentration, just like Iris Man, his Pratalome clone was. It lost the brightness because he cranked up the oil concentration, but nailed the scent profiles down. So good. Dinsmore's really good at this. He's gotten really, really good at this over the years. More, I like Strim for Thanksgiving. Azzaro wanted by night to wear at the Iron Bowl. Going to the Iron Bowl. Hell yeah. I want to try Enclave. Going to do that soon. Love me some mint. Then you'll probably like it then. Now, it does have their typical DNA of resins and stuff like that, incense, but it's very heavy on the spearmint. Very heavy. And it stays pretty much the whole time. Solid fragrance. Oh, my bad, Boz. I didn't see that I missed it. My apologies, sir. My apologies. There you go. I stole that name from Brian Debo Style. Give me that pump. I can hear it now. That's hilarious. Hey, Boz, check out Nuno Bethencourt. Been liking the Gravity and What You Want. Never tried any of those. To me personally, Argos is even better than Roja. To me, teach their own. But I mean, yeah, that's look. When I say Christian's a perfectionist, he doesn't cut corners. Even like it never enters his mind to do stuff like that. So when he goes around, he goes getting all these different oils and things, and the way he macerates and blends. He's the perfumer. He perfumes these things. He's got his own lab. He's about to do his own filling. He just continues to upgrade and reinvent. Like Christian does it right, guys. Christian does it like at the highest level. Shout outs to Christian Petrovich, Argos. Anybody wants to say, oh, it's because he sends you fragrances, you say that you're a fool, first and foremost. Open your eyes, open your ears, and try some of his fragrances. And you'll see what I'm talking about. You can get sample packs, guys. So, but I'm just a shill, right? That's what gets said. Anyways, since they're popping up the rack stores now, the holidays are upon us. What is your top favorites from Bulgari Man line? I really think Glacial Essence is underappreciated. I haven't tried Rain Essence yet. Wood Neroli, really good Neroli scent. I haven't tried Wood Essence yet. It's in my cart. That's one of the fragrances I'm buying this weekend. Bulgari Man from a guy, MG. I don't know if he's in the chat somewhere. That's in my cart too. That's not in the Man line, but Man in Black. And then we got the Parfum coming. So that's exciting. Man, how do you not like Man in Black? But probably the best one I've ever smelled in the line is Black Orient, and it's discontinued. It's kind of like a spicy wood, leathery oud kind of take on Man in Black's DNA. It's a monster performer, too. It's a monster. I'm so glad to have that. Shout out to Dan Spanos. I haven't seen him in forever in the community. He sent that to me like 2 years ago, maybe longer than 2 years ago. It's been a while. He had sent it to me because I was like, oh, I'd love to have it. He reached out to me. Hey, man, you can have my bottle. I don't use it. Shout out to Dan. Haven't talked to him in a long, long time. Dan Spanos. Talked me into wearing Tonka Cola this evening. Got a sample. Probably need a bottle. It's so good. It's so good, man. I'm telling you, that's Pierre Montal has been coming with it. I really want to try the Cafe, whatever. It's Cafe Amore, I believe, the coffee fragrance. Cosmic Pepper is really good. Not mind-blowing because it's a very versatile fragrance, but I mean, it's one after another with these really good releases. Intense Red Tobacco is really good. He's putting out great releases. Mancera. I like Mancera over Montal. It's more my style. Percival to me is like nose drug of the good kind. Uh-oh, some cocaine, huh? Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Or Percival apparently is a hell of a drug. Thinking either Stetson Black or L'Homme Sport Extreme for Thanksgiving. Go with Stetson Black. Classic man kind of smell. Extremely acquired taste. Yeah, to each their own. I love his work. My apologies for joining late. No reason to apologize. OM Elixir and was thinking of either Prive or Uomo for Thanksgiving. I think I'm going to bring Uomo with me because I haven't worn it in a long time, and it'd be perfect for the time. Argos is more easily likable. Good to hear about Argos. I love that I can get that quality level without forking up 300 upwards. Well, Triumph of Bacchus, I think, is in that price range. The X-Straight, the new one. This is up there, but it's also 40% oil. So when you start cranking up these oil concentrations, cost of goods goes up for the house. So naturally, the cost reciprocates into how much the fragrance is going to cost you to buy. Because this is a lot more oil. A lot more oil, like close to double. I think this is what I'm going to wear for Thanksgiving. So let's recap that. This is definitely coming with me. Triumph of Bacchus X Straight. I want to wear Ferragamo Uomo one of the days that I'm there. So these two, 100%. They're coming with me. That's not changing. They're going in the bag. Now it's up in the air for the third one. What do you guys think? Weigh in. Comment down below. For those of you that have been here for the majority of the list, what third fragrance should I bring? Because Wednesday, I don't need to bring the fragrance with me. That's travel day. I can spray it, leave it here. But Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Thursday and Friday, just the days we're going to be hanging. Saturday's travel day. So I got to have those 3 days. I got to have a fragrance with me. Obviously, I don't have to wear something different every day, but I want to. Fuck it. Well, I have all these fragrances. Why wear something over and over? You know what I mean? It's just switch it up. I like variety. What do you think? Most votes on something. It might only be 3 or 4 times that I hear it, but whoever... Let me know what should be the third fragrance that I bring. Let's have a little fun with that. Tobacco Nomad by Hubagan. Good stuff. Charuto Tobacco Vanilla. I wore that last week. Good stuff. Hey Joel, someone told me on my live yesterday, but I only get clones from subscribers. Asked me to get them, and I've tried the original first. Outside of that, I don't bother with the clones. That's fair. Serpent Schuster for Thanksgiving. I'm wearing Cremo Black, Spice and Black Vanilla. Great for the price. Absolute Ventus for $341 on Fragrance Buy. There you go, guys. For those of you that want to spend that money on it, I will not be doing that. That will not be part of my purchases. I got plenty of sprays left in here to enjoy. I don't have to have it. But for those of you that want to drop $350, there you go. There's an opportunity. Pity the Fool, Mr. T Voice. I forgot Sin of the Day. Replica Jazz Club. That's a good one. I love to post my haul, but it won't fit in the chat. LOL, Royal Vanilla is on there, and I'm looking forward to that as well. Absolutely. Also ordered decan of both Leighton and Pegasus. Kind of excited. Never even tried them. Well, that's especially Leighton, man. That's some good stuff. Pegasus is underrated. You do a full wearing and just go somewhere with that. I can almost guarantee you're going to get one compliment from somebody that smells you. Pegasus is good for that. It's kind of got this weird, cool, like cold, milky, lactonic opening because it's very creamy and almondy, heliotrope. You'll see what I'm talking about when you wear it. It's got this cooling smell. Like it actually smells of a temperature. I know that's weird, but when you smell it on skin, you'll totally, that's what the fuck he was talking about. Watch. But Leighton, that's one of the best fragrances they've ever put out. I'll argue with anybody about that. Leighton's phenomenal. I get not everybody's going to like everything, but I think it's phenomenal. Original Aqua. Heading out, everyone have a good... We're about to shut it down. We're an hour and 20 minutes. I'm late, but are we doing a 100K giveaway? We're not at 100K. We're not at 100K yet. Why would we do a giveaway for 100K? Eventually we will. We're just not there yet. 1 million Prive. Damn right. Bring by the fireplace along with you. That's not in the list. That's not in the list. Now, it's in tomorrow's video, but it's not in today's. It's not in today's. 1 million Prive, that's number 2. 1 million Prive, that's number 3. Silver Blue is Thanksgiving scent. Black Anubis or Elixir. Oof. I mean, either one really, but I'd probably go with Elixir personally. He's got my Door Crashers email, LOL, Fragrance Buy. Nick, good to see you. Kajal 3 from the Scent Explorer box. I haven't tried Kajal Om 3 and 4 yet. So I've gotten 3 1 million Prives so far. It's got an email, Fragrance Buy. Yeah, I'm waiting. Told you. That means I have the email too. So I spent a lot of money. I always have a ton of points. Let's see what they put out in the email. Yep, there it is 6 minutes ago. Yep. Telling y'all, it'd be best to wait. It'd be best to wait. Strong with You Intensely. There's a vote for Strong with You Intensely. Okay. Need 3 gourmands for Christmas. Can you recommend? Zaharoff Signature Aurum, Ferragamo Uomo, and I'm going with Everything Around Me. What else we got that I would suggest? Because I'm not really a gourmand guy, man. I love when I get asked about gourmands because it's like, I'm not the guy. I'm not that guy. It's about as far as I'm going with it. Strong with Zaharoff Signature Aurum and Ferragamo Uomo. That's the 2 I'm going to throw out at you, my man. That's the 2. So another 1 million Prive. So we got a Wanted by Night. There we go. Horchata. No, I can't. Oh, I think it's amazing. Hey, teach their own. I think it's amazing. Burberry London is not in the list. I don't think people were paying attention to what I said. Take care, people. Have a great evening. Nick, good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Strong with You Intensely. We got another one for Intensely. I would probably say it's Vanilla Oud Sublime by a narrow margin. I really like Honor and Glory, but Sublime is one of my favorite releases of the year. Send the Days Naxos. Elborn, there you go. There's an option. Most Wanted's an easy gourmand to wear. Leather Tobacco for Thanksgiving. Going to show out. Never's awesome gourmand. Man, you got me on the rack store pickups. I've been on a man on a mission. Look, sometimes they're great, sometimes they're not. But so far, I'm gonna go ahead and tally it up. I think 1 million Prive won out by 1 vote. Strong with You Intensely got 1 vote away, I think. So I think we're going 1 million Prive. All right, so that's the 3. I'm bringing 1 million Prive with me. I'm bringing Ferragamo Uomo and Triumph of Bacchus X Straight. And I think this is going to be the main event. This is going to be Thanksgiving Day. And then these will be Friday and Saturday. I don't know which one will be which day. But thanks for contributing, guys. 1 million Prive for the win. The closest, the Parfum Cologne Heaven Exact from Sensual Obsessions is actually like spot on to Elysium Parfum Cologne. Sensual Obsessions, Heaven Exact. I talked about in the live stream last week. It's spot on to the Parfum Cologne. Not yet. You're like the 3rd person to ask me in this live stream. Yeah, not yet. Not yet, my man. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. Attention span. Divine Asylum from... See, I haven't tried that one. That's tough. That's tough because lately I've been really digging Fragrance World, but I don't think I would call them my favorite house. They've been more intriguing. They've been intriguing me with their designer clones specifically. Lattafa is hard to pick against. I have some very specific favorites from Sensual Obsessions. I have some very specific favorites from Michael Dinsmore. I mean, he's got Prada L'Homme Intense spot on right here. It's really hard to pick one. Because there's certain fragrances that certain houses do better than the others, than the other houses. So I really can't pick one. It's hard to just pick one. That's why I'm giving you like this is my favorite from this and this, and they got this. I really can't pick one house. It's too many variables here. Best smelling guy in your family. Oh, no doubt about that. There's no doubt there, Joel. I would assume you're the same for you. I can smell it whenever I want. Hell yeah, heaven is good. If you're not the best smelling guy in your family and you're in this chat, you lose it. Fragcom. Facts. That is such a fact, Randy. I never lose, Randy. Going on a date next week, casual setting. What would you recommend for me to wear? Remember, I'm 57. Is it a first date? Clarify for me. Is it a first date or a repeat date? Because that matters. So let me know. Is it a first date or a repeat date? Uh-oh. Climatic coming through strong. I'm going to get to that in a second. My man. Lamal Elixir is amazing. I totally agree. 3rd fragrance, PDM Herod. That's a great option. Latafa has my interest the most so far, and I've heard the quality is good. And Climatic, my man, Jesus Christ, $30 super chat. I appreciate you. On Fragrance by pulling the trigger. One has to go. Creed Absolute Ventus, Resendo, my 2 number 7, Patchouli, Oud, Vanilla, Nishan Shim, and Mancera Sadrapoise Intense, or Paco Rabanne 1 million. Like regular 1 million? I'm shocked you don't have that. One has to go. So I don't have any experience with the Resendo. I'm guessing Patchouli, Oud, Vanilla is 3 different fragrances from the house. I'm not sure. Nishane Shim, I haven't tried. Intense Sadrapoise, you need to get that. And I mean, if you're feeling Creed Absolute Ventus, here's your chance. It's $341. So I'm not going to talk you out of it. It's one of the better releases of the year. I just don't want a bottle. I think it's too damn much. Fragrance is great. It's just too much. So I don't know. It's hard for me to eliminate something I haven't tried. Because of that, I have to say Nishane Shim. But I mean, it's Nishane, so it's probably really good. Let's go ahead. Let's go with Paco Rabanne 1 million. Which 1 million? Is it Golden Oud? Because then I'm going to say no, keep Golden Oud in there because Golden Oud's really good. Because they did restock Golden Oud. So that's tough, man. Damn. I would have to say one of the Resendo fragrances in Nishane because I haven't tried them. But Intense Sadrapoise, grab that. Creed Ventus Absolute Ventus, if you want it, grab that. 1 million, if it's Golden Oud, grab that. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Just go with Original Santal. There's a good argument for that. There's a good argument for that. Yeah, first date. Okay. So, how about this? This is what me and Fragrance Fraternity do. And this is always what I recommend for questions like this. Give me a collection of fragrances that you're debating on, and I'll let you know what I would do. That's the best way. That's the most useful my opinion could be. Is let me know a few that you're debating on, and I'll tell you what I would do in a first date, what I would go with. That's probably the best way my opinion can help in any way. Again, it's just my opinion, but that's the best way I can be as educated as I can about what I would do. Best smelling guy at my house, but thanks to Ross in this channel, my kids want to compete. That's pretty badass. In your car. Yeah, I've never even looked into it. Not even once. 4 ladies walking in first day wearing it. Best fragrance this year, and projection is it's a monster. It is a monster, and I think it's one of the top 3 best designer releases. I haven't wavered from that. Since the moment I smelled it, I have not wavered from that. Signature OG, 3rd fragrance. Yeah, Signature Aurum. You can't go wrong there, especially if you're going to be wearing a suit. That's one of the greatest suit and tie fragrances of all time. Elixir is indeed killer. Definitely Coral Fantasy. Yeah, spicy apple with a little bit of tobacco. It gives an earthy presence. It's not really like a dominant tobacco smell to me, but that spicy apple smell that it has at the top, oh, man, so good. It's right here. Shout out to John Carlo for sending this my way. This, I recommend this. Born in Roma, Coral Fantasy. It's really, 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 really good. Really good. I'd say 1 million. You can get that anytime for cheap. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If it's Golden Oud, yeah, grab that. I really like that. That's one of the best design releases of the year, too. Understandable. If it's Golden Oud, get rid of Absolute. No, Climatic, he likes his niche. I follow him on Instagram. I'm sure you do too. And I see his posts, and I've kind of understood his taste just by his posts. And I would say still get it if you really want it and you're going to spend the money anyway. I say go for it. You know, that's badass. My next fragrance, Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Well, I'm going to pick Bleu de Chanel Parfum. I think it's the best blue fragrance ever. Guys, we are at the 1.5 hour mark. Let me see if Robert updated me real quick. He did not. Damn, I wanted to answer Robert's question. If you get rid of Creed Absolute Ventus, you can get all the others for the price of one. True. Very true. Le Mans Elixir is sweet, but I like sweet fragrances. Same. But lately, Guilty people are trying to make the most powerful, sweetest stuff possible. But the thing is, the market dictates and people want the performance. Here we go. Here we go. Royal Oud, New York Intense, Interlude 50. You're considering Interlude 53 for a first date? I wouldn't do that personally. That's a bold choice. Holy shit, Rob. Holy shit. I mean, you might love it though. Seeing that you're considering that, you must love that fragrance. I personally wouldn't do that. But I mean, if it's something for you, hell yeah. But I'm thinking Royal Oud here. That's so elegant. It really is. It's impressive. It really exudes confidence. It's quality. I think that's the one. I think it's a clear choice with Creed Royal Oud. I mean, that's very regal without smelling like a old school regal type of scent profile. Does that make sense? It's assertive, clear, masculine, but elegant, clean at the same time, with depth. It has a defined character to it and personality. I think Creed Royal Oud here is the obvious choice, personally. I wouldn't even consider New York Intense because I've never tried it personally. So I'm not familiar with it. Royal Oud's the winner. There you go. She's into fragrances also. I agree. That's a serious G move, but that's the one I would go with. That's the clear winner to me. If it's me and that's my three choices, I'm going Creed Royal Oud. It's not even a choice. It's that. I see those three and I just grab that. Personally. That's awesome that she's into fragrances though. So I understand the Interlude 53 more now. So you want to impress her with something out the box. I get that. Maybe second date for that. Let's go with Royal Oud. Royal Oud for the win. Royal Oud. Yeah, it seems like that's the consensus here, as well as you were leaning that way, and everybody else seems to feel that way too. Yeah, that's a badass move, though, man. I mean, when's the last time you heard somebody wearing Creed Royal Oud on a first date? I'm not saying it hasn't happened or doesn't happen, but it's not something that seems like an obvious first date choice. I like the play here. I like the play. Ideal extreme or intense smells exactly the same. Is it only what? You think they smell the same? They're clear, defined differences. One's a heavy smoke leather. The other's a plum earthy tobacco, plum sweet earthy tobacco. There's clear, distinctive differences in those two fragrances. I think it's you. There's clear differences in those fragrances for me. Maybe it's just me. I don't think he's going with the Al Haramain fragrance when he's talking about these multiple $100 bottles that he's debating on here. If there's a second date. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm confident, Robert. You're a sweetheart. You'll be fine. They're going to get an honor and glory, but here it leans too feminine. So what betas have been telling you it leans too feminine? Because I don't find the spicy woodsiness of it. Like half the fragrances I talked about in this topic are sweeter than that. That smells like pineapple upside down cake with some spices and woods. It smells like a combination of Hachivat and Nishane Zani. So yeah, what beta has told you that? And if it's somebody that's going to get offended that, oh, TLTG said you're a beta because you said that, whatever. Don't get mad. Whoever said that, don't get mad. Because I think it's not quite that feminine. Now, if you'd have said Body Oud Sublime, yeah, that's very feminine. It smells like fruit punch and rose. Yeah, it's very feminine. A lot of floral, a lot of rose. But I love it. But yeah, honor and glory, I don't think it leans all that feminine. Not really, no. Not to me. Could just be me. Again, maybe it's me. Time for dinner. Yeah, I'm shutting it down too, my man. All right, scrolling down. For delivery tomorrow. Royal Oud for sure. Pure class, I agree. A few $100. When you can find it, it's around 300 from discounters. Yeah. Gonna pick up Honor and Glory and Sublime for sure. Yeah, Sublime's the one that leans feminine. Supremacy and Oud. Good to see you, Coach Keith. Yeah, but that's one of the creeds that's worth it to me. I just haven't got it yet. This is one of Justin's favorites. I've tried it with Justin. That's how I've smelled it. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. We're gonna go ahead and shut it down. I went a little longer than anticipated. I appreciate all of you being here. I hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving. For those of you that are around tomorrow, we'll do a live chat tomorrow, just like we're finishing up right now. There won't be a topic. We'll just chat for those of you that want to come hang out. I'm not 100% on the time because I need to go get the tires changed on the Infinity tomorrow. and I'm going to work out first. So depends on how long I'm at Discount Tire. So I'm going to set it up. Just know that the time, I'll set it for the usual time, but know that it's subject to change. So potentially later, we might start at 4, 4:35. I don't know. I'm going to set it for 3 Central, the usual time. Just know that tomorrow's live chat is subject to change on the time, but it will happen. We will have a live chat, but I can only go so late with it because at 4:30 Central, so really I can't go that late. 4:30 Central, we have the Survivor Series preview on the Sports Desk Live, me and Dedrick. So be sure to tune in tomorrow night on the Sports Desk Live. Go subscribe to the Sports Desk Live, you wrestling fans. We're talking Survivor Series. Because tonight, we're getting Randy Orton. At least I think that's what's happening. So those of you wrestling fans, make sure to watch Raw. We're getting Randy Orton on Cody's team. So big return. WWE's been spoiling it. So it's if it's not tonight, it's literally on SmackDown for some reason. They got to twist it into the story, but it's going to be tonight. So Oud for the win. Oh, got another super chat. Climatic, my man. Trigger pulled on all 4. Paco Rabanne 1 million collection complete. So it is just straight up 1 million. Oh shit. So you were just missing the original. So you just got it for the collection purposes. The completionist in you needed it. I get it. I totally get it. Even if you never wear the son of a bitch, you had to get it. It's the only because it's the only one you didn't have. I totally understand. Some people think that's ridiculous, and I totally understand where they're coming from too, but we're here. Thank you again for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. Man, I know you'll enjoy those fragrances. Again, the other ones I've never tried, but Absolute Ventus, one of the best releases of the year that I just won't get a bottle of. 1 million. It's classic. It's the DNA is prevalent in all of the fragrances, almost all of them anyways, in the line. So apparently you already had Golden Oud, but thank you for the super chat. And guys, Randy Orton, the fans are going to be happy to see him. You know what I mean? He's on the tail end of his career. But yeah, he's coming tonight. If I can't imagine them being dumb enough to bring him out in Chicago for Survivor Series, because if they're actually hiring that pain in the ass, if they're actually hiring that, I'll leave you on this. If WWE is actually biting the bullet and hiring that pain in the ass, they're going to have him as a Rumble entrant because that's what would make the most sense. You save that for the Rumble. The Rumble's 2 months away. You disappoint Chicago, you bring him back in the Rumble. Because don't be surprised when you hear the crowd chanting CM Punk at Survivor Series, for those of you that are going to watch it. So, with that said, I bid you all adieu. Thank you so much for the super chats, Climatic, Sean, everybody that gave super chats. I appreciate you guys. Again, tomorrow, I'm hoping to try to keep it right at 3. I'm going to go to the gym very early so I can get to Discount Tire before lunch, so I can have my ass at this computer before it's time to go live. I got 2 live streams tomorrow. I got a bunch of content to do tonight. Got a bunch of content to do tomorrow, and then I'm on the road again Wednesday. So I appreciate you guys for being here. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. Oh, don't forget to check out today's video too.